Hey guys, it's Jessii Vee. Welcome to Christmas! Do you like the new backdrop? I love that it's red and green and pink bows. I've heard that the coquette aesthetic is in right now, and I guess that just means like pastels and bows? Am I wrong? But it's definitely the cutest Christmas backdrop that we've ever had. In today's video, I am talking about a very creepy Christmas legend. This is the legend of Chained Santa. And no, I'm not talking about Krampus. This is a totally different thing that I had never heard of before, Santa in chains. And you'll find out why he's in chains. First, because I have a new backdrop, I'm gonna be announcing the winner of last month's backdrop. That winner is Lexi Silvera, so congratulations to you. Thank you to everyone who entered. And if you want to win this very cute bow backdrop, all you have to do is be subscribed to this channel, turn on your notification bell, and then head over to our Vee Vlogs channel. I have linked it down below, and comment the bow emoji on one of our recent videos. That's all you have to do to be entered. I also want to mention that our free item of this week is probably my favorite that we've done so far, aside from the Titanic necklaces. This is an absolutely beautiful cat ring, okay? It's got the cute little pink cat ears. It has a ginormous diamond, and I just think it's so beautiful. Obviously, it's costume jewelry. It's not a giant diamond, but for the next 48 hours while supplies last, if you get anything on our website, you will get a beautiful cat ring. So yeah, our website is linked down below, and let's get right into today's video. The legend of Chained Santa is a dark twist on the familiar figure of Santa Claus, originating in some Eastern European folklore. Unlike the cheerful, gift-loving Santa that we all know and love, Chained Santa is a ghostly, haunting figure bound by chains as a reminder of a misdeed in his past. In this legend, Chained Santa was once a wealthy and powerful man, sometimes depicted as a nobleman or merchant, who used his influence to spread Christmas cheer by giving gifts and food to the poor. Initially, he seemed like a very generous figure, someone just doing this out of the kindness of his own heart. But people didn't know that his actions were actually driven by pride and this desire to be admired rather than the true spirit of charity. So he was doing it all for the wrong reasons. And over time, his desire for fame and recognition grew, and he became increasingly focused on the spectacle of his generosity, often punishing those who did not show him respect or praise. One winter, his greed and vanity led him to refuse help to a starving family who couldn't repay him with the gratitude he felt he deserved. And in some versions of the story, this refusal led directly to the family's death, as they were left with no food or warmth during a very brutal winter. Horrified by his own actions, but too proud to admit his guilt, he continued his path of self-serving charity, caring only for his public image. And when he died, he was cursed to roam the earth every single Christmas, bound in chains as a reminder of his uncharitable heart and the harm that he caused. So he's depicted as a gaunt, ghostly figure dressed in dark, tattered robes that may resemble a Santa suit in shape, but it definitely lacks the warmth and brightness. And he's just bound by these heavy chains that he has to walk around with. He has to lug them around. People particularly see him on Christmas Eve searching for people who exhibit the same greed or lack of empathy that he once displayed. His visits are said to be both a warning and a punishment, meant to remind those who are selfish or uncharitable of the consequences of their actions. People who see him report hearing the sound of rattling chains before catching a glimpse of his spectral form in a darkened room or outside their window. So of course, I had to do some research on encounters that people have had with this chained Santa, and I did find a couple. This is about two siblings. Their names are Lily and Ben. Lily and Ben were too excited to sleep, whispering about Santa, when they heard thuds and the faint sound of chains on the roof. "Santa is here," Ben said. So they crept to the living room expecting magic, but instead saw a tall figure draped in tattered robes and bound in heavy chains. His hollow eyes glinted into the flickering light of the Christmas tree as he reached into a rusted sack that seemed to twitch. They were so terrified that they bolted from the room, and the next morning underneath the tree, they found only a single rusted chain link. There's another story of kids who encountered him. Ella and her cousin Max were staying at their grandparents' house for Christmas. As they sat by the fire, the flames flickered out suddenly and a loud rattling sound echoed down the chimney. "It must be Santa," Max said. And they were rushing to look up the chimney, hoping to see him. But instead of jolly laughter, there was a deep, rasping cough, and a shadow appeared in the chimney's glow, a tall man with chains dragging from his arms. And he dropped something heavy down the chimney. And when they looked down at what fell, they saw a soot-covered doll with a cracked face and a chain wrapped around its arm. And when they looked back up the chimney, no one was there. So he ran away, he dashed. I feel bad that these kids are the ones seeing him. You'd think it would be more adults who have bad intentions around Christmas, you know? This last one is about a small mountain village where the Johnson family was snowed in on Christmas Eve, and late that night, a knock came at the door, slow and deliberate. Mr. Johnson opened it to find a tall figure in ragged robes, his face pale and gaunt, and chains rattled around him as he pulled out this single box. "This is for your family," he said to them. And then he vanished into the snowstorm. The family opened the box cautiously to find an old hand-carved toy soldier, and as they inspected it, a rusted chain link clattered on the table. None of them slept that night. They were so freaked out. The sound of the jingling chains still in their minds. So yeah, you definitely don't want to see chained Santa this year, so be good. Be very good. Anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed today's video. Don't forget that in the next 48 hours while supplies last, if you get anything on our website, you will get a free cat ring. And yeah, I hope you have an awesome rest of your day, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!